Hello, serious listeners. It's your boy Jude. Well, we're still down because of this coronavirus shit. But have no fear, we'll be back soon. Hope all y'all are staying safe or at least having fun. One of the two. Just chill, listen to some reruns, and we should be back by this week, y'all. Cross your fingers. Because I'm going crazy over here. I'm telling you. Alright. Have a good one. All Out Show. Out.
It's time for the All Out Show Remix. On Remix shows, you'll hear memorable guests, crazy topics, game shows, celebrity interviews, and you might even catch a hilarious segment you missed. Keep it here and stay tuned.
Say 45. We are back. I am sitting across from the naked and afraid people.
What's up?
Stephen Hall, how you doing? Get that mic.
Awesome.
Get that mic on you, man. Get that mic on you. And then Shalise Meyer.
That is right.
All right, so the show is they strip y'all naked and then you got to go survive?
Yep.
It's completely naked.
21 days.
Absolutely everything away from you.
So
we have what, a knife and a fire starter?
Knife and a fire starter.
And
Two
so
items.
First, why? Why?
Well, we get that a lot.
Well, yeah, because like, look, I like to walk around the crib naked. Like,
Yeah.
I'm butt ass naked at the house every day.
It's the challenge, man. I mean, how often do you get to go out in the middle of nowhere and see if you have what it takes to make it?
Get closer on that mic. I'm having.
Like, to make it like 3 weeks, 21 days.
And if you can do that, fuck, you could do anything.
You can do anything.
You
Anything.
do absolutely anything. Yeah.
All right, hold up. Say something else, Steven. That's better.
I'm a
That's
rock
better.
star. You got
That's
me?
better.
Am I good now?
Hell yeah. They
All right,
switched,
good.
They switched fucking
They're
mics on
messing
me,
with your
man.
stuff over there?
Yeah, those fucking bastards.
That's
I'm
typical,
like,
man.
what's wrong with Steve? His voice sounds.
Touching stuff that ain't theirs, man.
I know, right?
He's trying to compensate, you know what I'm talking
Is
about.
Wait, so you
I can
guys.
say that because I've seen your dick. So.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That is true.
Yeah,
All
you
of it.
have seen his penis.
She has. And many at every angle possible, I believe.
Literally.
You guys were strangers, though, right?
Absolutely
we've
strangers, yeah.
First time we met, we were butt-ass naked walking up a hill.
You're both good looking, though.
We're incredibly good looking. Yeah, I would think so.
Does Naked and Afraid, do they
We lucked out.
they cast uglies? Have you seen some
We
uglies?
definitely lucked out. I mean, we.
I thought I was going to get some like big ass
You never know.
conservative
I could have had
Baptist.
a 60-year-old, crazy overweight woman walk up and.
Because you guys both like, I'm sure you do well on Tinder. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, we would murder it. Absolutely, we
Yeah.
would definitely murder it for sure.
yeah,
But,
you get like, Steven, you're a handsome guy. You got,
Thank you.
Yeah, you got
Thank you.
strong features and
You
shit
know,
like that.
it's all about the jawline. So.
Yeah, you got to. Yeah, like I always, dude. Like there's a lot of things. If my kid didn't have a jaw, like grew up with a weak jaw, I don't know what the fuck
Yeah, I
I'd
don't
do
know
with
what you-
myself.
yeah, I know,
would-
right?
Fuck, man, it's like a nightmare. It's a fucking nightmare. And Shalise, you're quite attractive.
Thank you.
So you're like, okay, I like the outdoors. You guys kayak or some shit like what do you
I'm from Utah, so I fucking kayak.
yeah, you guys like kayak. You're like, well, fuck it, we'll get on the show. Is it a contest or how does it work?
It's not a contest. It's basically, it's they put you to the challenge. Like, do you have what it takes?
Because black people are at home, like, why
Why
they
the
doing
hell are
this
these white
shit?
people doing crazy
Why
shit
are
like
they
this?
doing
Yeah,
this shit?
getting
I'm the
butt-ass-
one. Yeah.
butt-ass
You
naked.
can tap out at any time.
Yeah,
so if
you
you
can
can't
give
handle
up.
it, you just throw it. There's
Do you
no
get
prize.
money? You don't get money
No.
then?
No. It's all about the chip on the shoulder,
What do you
man. The
just
notch
get
on the belt, baby.
Fucking a chap dick and sunburn.
Well,
That's it?
yeah, you get some of that. You get a little bit of
I got a
everything.
best friend out of it.
Ticks
so it
in your
was-
ass, and
pretty good.
it's real. It's all real. There's no sugarcoating any of it. It's
Okay.
crazy.
So you go through the process. They're like, okay, we think you have what it takes. No military background.
No military background. No.
Just
No.
campers.
I hunt. I fish. I
don't
grew
hunt.
up and. No, she doesn't hunt.
Definitely
she
not a
really
hunter.
doesn't do any
I
of
run
that,
marathons, so like I do extreme sports, push myself to the limit, but
Yeah.
not a hunter. No.
And I'm an
That was my big
artist
challenge.
professionally, so it's
You're a whatist?
artist.
Okay, all
yeah.
right.
So it's not like we have this crazy. We have never went to survival schools or any of this stuff. We just wanted.
Are you
go
guys
out.
gonna get married or some shit? Because like,
Everybody thinks we got this. I mean, we do have this
cuddled.
chemistry
We-
for sure.
No, you got a good rapport. Like you're not even looking at me when you're talking. You're looking at her.
I gotta keep
like
an eye
you-
on my girl. I'm
it's
still,
fucking- yeah.
I'm still watching out
Anybody
for her.
messes with me.
You're losing. Yeah, it's
You're
like
damn right.
All
I mean, she's a little prettier
Steven,
than
I'm
you
over
are.
here. I'm
She's
over
a
here,
little prettier than
Steve.
you are. Let's be real.
right, so they strip y'all naked.
Yeah.
Completely naked, yes.
Were you nervous about being seen naked?
I wasn't at all. Neither of us were. We like pretty much walked up
They-
and high-fived.
They
Yeah.
begged us to put our clothes on at the end, and I was like, dude, those are clean. I'm not
Yeah.
putting my fucking clothes on.
Yeah, right.
They're like,
we were
we
already
can't
out
take
there
you back into
21 days.
civilization naked. You have to put something on.
So you weren't like, okay, she's gonna look at my penis and laugh.
No, oh, absolutely not. I wasn't.
Did you
concerned
do
about
what
that.
I
She didn't even look me in the eyes. She was like,
I was laughing. I immediately met him, and I was just like,
You laughed at his dick?
I'm gay,
Yeah.
so I hadn't seen a penis in a while.
It'd been a long
It'd been
time.
quite a bit. So
yeah,
like,
yeah,
yeah.
it freaked her out a little bit.
Yeah.
It was pretty awesome.
You're like, what is that thing?
last time I saw it was plastic. So what the fuck?
that's not purple. What is that?
Damn, all right, so you're gay?
I am gay.
She's gay.
So you couldn't even like try to put the moves
He
on.
had no idea I was gay, though. He is so
I
cocky
so
and into
knew.
himself that it took
I
5 days
completely knew.
until he asked. Till I told him.
It's true.
I was fucking with him
It
the whole
is-
time.
No, she was. It was great.
There's a plant called the clitoria
Yeah.
in Alabama, and I was like just dropping all these lines. I'm like, hey, we gotta find a clitoria. It's pink. It's edible. It's my favorite. I want to eat it. And he still had no
Right over the
fucking
top.
idea.
Right over the top.
And then when I told him, he's like, oh yeah, I knew that.
I knew.
I'm
I-
naked. I don't look. I'm
Well,
not the
even like this, you don't look like
typical-
you would be at a Lilith
I mean,
Fair
lesbians
concert.
all look-
or
Yeah,
anything
right.
like
I
that.
know,
Lesbians
right?
look different, but come on, you don't really know but somebody's sexuality if they're naked.
Yeah.
And were you like, what's going on, man? Like I'm doing these crunches, like I keep squatting in front of her.
Well, man, no, I looked great. I got a beautiful, sexy girlfriend at home anyway.
Okay, so you're-
it honestly, it helped
we
me
both
out.
had-
It helped me out coming home saying that my partner was a lesbian anyway. So,
Makes
Does-
it easier.
has anybody ever smashed on this shit, or are they just?
I fucking hope not. There's no
The
way.
last thing you want to do,
You're
you got to think,
disgusting.
man, you are dirty and gross and covered in bugs and
All right, yeah,
lights.
let's-
And you don't brush
I don't
your
even.
teeth.
You didn't even get morning wood once.
I didn't.
It's not
it's
even
like
physically
it
possible.
turns off. Like
Your dick just
it turns off.
when you're in
I was
survival mode.
concerned.
Yeah.
21 days without morning wood, I was a little worried. I'm not gonna lie. But as soon as I jumped in that hot shower, I rose to attention
Yeah.
pretty quick. So
You're
it's-
like, all right, still
yeah,
got
it's
it.
like I'm still alive down there, so that's
All right,
good.
so let's go back. So what is your first thing you got to do? What is the first thing on your mind when you're butt naked in the fucking woods? What's the first thing that you got to do? What, find
Build-
water or
build
something?
shelter.
Yeah,
was our-
it's shelter, water, fire, food. That's what you got to do. So
What'd you make your shelter out of?
oh
we
man,
kicked ass.
we
We built like
murdered
a
it.
15-foot giant teepee
Yeah.
What?
with like
Oh,
a
yeah.
king size bed.
King size bed in
that
there.
was
We had
raised.
shelves. We had an indoor fire pit.
What'd you make the bed out of?
Wood.
wood.
wood,
and then we
clay.
put
we put like
grass
clay,
mat on top of it. It
Yeah.
was plush, man. It was off the ground.
sand and clay, so it was like nice and
Yeah,
soft.
it was like I think we could put it on Zillow.
It took us like a week to
Both
build
did.
this fortress, and then we just built every day, just worked on it.
just-
You're both white. What do you do about sunburn?
well, out there the canopy was so thick, like you
Okay.
couldn't even see the sky. So the sun really
And as
wasn't
soon as we went
that
out in
big
the
of an
sun,
issue.
immediate dehydration. It was so
Absolutely.
hot and humid.
Yeah, it's like swamp out there almost.
And then at night it was fucking balls
freezing
cold.
cold. Oh
What do you
my
guys do to
God.
stay warm?
Oh, dude, we cuddled like
No
rock
other.
stars.
I've been in
yeah.
positions that I haven't even been in.
Oh
in my
yeah, it
sex
was
life
it was
before.
amazing.
Did
We
it make
could've
you
written a book?
Did it make you rethink men, or were you like, nah?
I
still-
never want testicles near my face ever again.
I don't blame her.
Did his like limp dick on your leg just bum you out?
Yes,
Like, man,
basically,
dude.
basically,
I know. At
consistently.
one point, I was like, "Dude, just sit on my face. I'm so fucking cold.
Yeah,
I don't even care."
it legitimately was that cold. Like if without body heat and a fire, we wouldn't have.
We have no
hypothermia.
boundaries, no filter.
Oh, no,
we
God,
were
no.
like,
what did you eat mostly?
Well, our biggest, I killed almost a 6-foot timber rattlesnake, and
Massive.
and we ate that. It had 14 rattles on it.
Wait, hold up. You killed a
A
rattlesnake?
almost a 6-foot timber
How'd you
rattlesnake.
kill the rattlesnake?
With a stick and a knife, naked as fuck. Yeah.
Did you even bother like trying to fashion like some clothes
Oh,
out of
God, no.
twigs or
No, we
something?
were naked and
shoes,
barefoot
we made
the whole
shoes
time.
a little bit, but
What,
they
for
didn't
a day?
last. Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
pointless.
What was the hardest thing? Was it hard on your feet out there?
It's brutal. Listen, thorns in Alabama. Every plant in Alabama has thorns on
thorns
it.
on
I
it.
don't like little tiny like invisible thorns to Jesus scary thorns. Like we got tore
was
up.
bad.
Yeah, it was brutal.
How much pain were you in this whole time? Like, was it a constant level of pain?
No.
It really wasn't. I mean, once we get like we made it our home. I mean, you're stuck there, and we weren't gonna give up ever. So we made it the best as we could. We worked on our quality of life every day, and just tried to build our shelter better, and walk
we
past.
kicked ass.
We
We had fun with it.
We murdered it out there.
When I watch it on TV, am I gonna see y'all naked, or like how does this work? I don't have cable.
Yeah, they blur out like the front parts. You can see an ass.
Yeah,
basically
you can see crack. You can see some butt crack.
Now
They have like blur guys that like all their main job is just to blur junk.
how many people are out there with you?
Like just
and
just me and her,
the
and like maybe
cameraman.
4 production crew, 4 or 5 production.
Would y'all be real hungry when you're watching them eat? Do they eat
They don't
in
do
front
that.
of you guys?
No.
They
they
don't.
can't.
Can't. They don't eat in front of us.
They don't really talk,
They don't have. They have
socialize,
to.
nothing.
They have to drink like out of like camelbacks. They can't have bottles of water. They don't talk about any of that stuff. They're not supposed to anyway. But
And they're only with us from like 9 to 2,
and then at
we're on
night
our
they
own.
leave, and we are all by ourselves.
We
out
have like
there.
diary cams that we can talk
that we
to.
like
and-
talk to the diary cameras and stuff. But yeah, it's all real. There's no. People think there's like a catering table in the back, but I mean,
We each lost 25 pounds.
25 pounds.
You
in
know who
21
ruined that
days.
shit? That Bear Gillis dude.
Yeah,
he ruined that shit
fucking
for y'all
Joker.
motherfuckers.
Yeah, what is that guy? It's a fucking joke. That guy.
I know, like
I don't
jumping
know who he
over.
is, but he
he's
sounds
this
like a
dude. He
He's
like
this British guy that
he
like,
jumped
jumps
over a
in.
ditch and then he pretend like it's a crevice or something like that.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And then he goes and stays in a hotel the rest of the
He's
night.
basically lying on his
That's
dick.
exactly.
That's the only way I can.
Exactly what he's doing. Yeah.
He's basically lying on his pee-pee, man. Trying to pretend like he's
It's
doing
true.
some shit he's not.
It's absolutely true.
Did it give you more appreciation for the other guy that be out there in the wilderness?
What that Survivor Man?
Yeah, Survivor Man.
I like Survivor Man. 'Cause
I love
he does
Survivor
it on his
Man.
own, man. He does all his own cameras. He ain't got no help out there.
Yeah.
But I heard he was kind of talking smack about Naked and Afraid. Too.
Was he?
So
What-
that's what I heard. That's
Do you
what
think
word
he
around
was-
town is. I think he's like thinking that it's not what it is. But I would like to see him go out there naked. Because
I think a
he
lot
has
of people think
backpack
that
and he has
it's not
shoes
what it
and-
is.
Did you get a
It's-
rash?
Oh,
He didn't get a single goddamn bug bite.
No,
I was
bugs hate
covered.
me.
I woke up with
I'm
ticks.
bitter.
He would check my ass every day for ticks.
I
But I
would.
was the Lyme's disease is in Alabama, so I was
Okay.
like freaked the fuck out. That was the only thing I was like nervous about.
Spiders fucking everywhere.
How long-
Cockroaches.
How long does it take you to get past like being shy and then suddenly you got like a kind of a stranger looking inside your asshole?
Oh,
Dude, it's like
we
it's like
hugged.
that.
It was awkward.
Seriously.
I laughed. We hugged, and then
Yeah,
that was it.
it's-
And that was that.
Yeah.
And that's it. Like
For us, though, we lucked
we
out.
clicked instantly.
Yeah.
We instantly had a
Has
rapport
there,
with each other.
have you
so.
seen episodes where people don't get along?
Almost
Most
all
of them do. Most of them hate each
Bicker.
other.
Someone's lazy. The other one's too dominant.
Drama,
Like
it's crazy.
we're really competitive. So like he would go chop down a tree. I'd come back and chop down 4.
Yeah, it was awesome.
He would,
Yeah,
it was just like we played
it was
off
a
each
back and
other.
forth
It was
the whole
silly.
time.
Let's go back to you killing the fucking snake.
Yeah, I murdered that bitch. It was
All right,
awesome.
how where'd you see it?
Well, what I did, we were looking for like armadillos and possums and food. And,
Over here, Steven.
I'm
Over-
sorry.
The mic
And,
the mic is here, Steve.
And I looked down and I saw some movement, and there's about a snake that was all coiled up, and I'm like, holy shit, that is a fucking timber rattlesnake. That's one of the most venomous snakes on the planet, or at least in North America. And so I had my staff, and I pinned its head down, and when it uncoiled,
Just
it was like a
flailed in
freaking party favor, dude. And it was over 6 feet long. I cut its head off, still squirming around. Then we went down to the creek bed, and I skinned it, and then I ate the heart when it was still beating.
You ate the heart when
Well,
it was
it
still
was
beating?
still fucking beating, dude.
You're a savage.
I'm a savage monster. It was fucking
King of the
epic.
forest.
That must
King
have
of the forest.
That must that meat must have tasted delicious.
It
though, huh?
actually was phenomenal.
Chewy chicken.
Yeah, that's
We
what
had
it
a
was.
possum,
Oh my
which
God.
was the worst
The
thing I've
worst,
ever put in my
most
mouth.
terrible thing.
What does possum taste
Like a
like?
Like
sewer
a
rat.
giant rat. Exactly what it looks like.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
Oh, bad.
No, it was absolutely terrible.
Good protein, but it was just I would eat a snake.
Oh,
day.
any day of the week.
We caught a couple snakes.
We
so.
did catch a couple snakes, but it
I'm
was nuts.
I'm gonna let people ask you questions.
Yeah,
because
do
I'm
it up.
sure there's a bunch of. I'm sure everybody has
do it up.
as many questions as like. Who the yeah, this, for the fucking this. Hey guys, in case you're just tuning in, I'm talking to some people that just decided to get butt ass naked and then go spend
Live
some
in the
time in the
wilderness.
fucking wilderness.
Yep.
Just for fun.
I don't understand the wilderness if there's not psychedelics involved. Like I don't even. I can't even wrap my head around what you're
It
saying.
would have been a completely different show, that's for sure.
For real, like I don't
Yeah.
even like. Yeah, I need to be tripping balls or some shit, thinking about life and shit. 888-742-3345. 888-742-3345. We got the stars of Naked and Afraid here. Was you ever afraid, or was that just catchy?
One night it
One
tsunami
night, yeah.
stormed, and it
Yeah.
was just we were wet for 2 10 hours.
Yeah,
and
literally.
our shelter was just covered in water.
Our fire went out.
Terrible.
It was our body heat kept us alive.
Yeah.
It really was. It was a real, complete, like, survival, life or death situation. And when that sun came up in the morning, it was like a heaven-sent spiritual experience.
How many hours of sleep were you getting?
Oh, none.
None. I mean, you're on fire watch all the time. I mean, you got to keep your fire going. So you're waking up constantly. Every 30 minutes, just to put extra wood on the fire, make sure everything's okay. You know,
Was the fire inside of your little teepee?
We had one inside
our
and
little
one outside.
teepee. Our teepee was a mansion.
Yeah,
Just
it was
wait till you see it, man. It is.
I'm sure it was quite a big
Thank
teepee.
you
Like
very
your
much.
penis.
Yeah, exactly. Let's get real here.
Like your giant dick. 888-742-3345. 888-742-3345. Let me see if I can find a naked song.
Make it up.
Let's see if we can find something. I'm gonna just type in naked into iTunes and see what comes. What? Naked Eyes, Promises, Promises.
There
Here
you
we
go.
go.
Never had a doubt in the beginning, never a doubt. Trusted you true in the beginning, I loved you right through. On and on we laughed like kids at all the silly things we did. You made me promises, promises. Knowing I'd believe promises, promises. You knew you'd never keep. Second time around, I'm still believing the words that you said. You said you'd always be here. Forever still repeats in my head. You can't finish what you start. This is love. It breaks my heart. You made me promises, promises. You knew you'd never keep. Promises, promises. Why do I On and on we laughed like kids at all the silly things we did. You can't finish what you start. This is love. Breaks my heart. You made me promises, promises. Knew you'd never keep. Promises, promises. Why do I believe all of your promises? You knew you'd never keep. Promises, promises. Why do I believe?
Shade 45, we're back with Naked and Afraid. They wasn't even scared, not once.
Not one time.
You guys, the show is on Discovery.
Yep.
Yep.
Do they have like a G version and a not G version, or is it just always?
It's all blurred.
They
It's
have
all
it. You
blurred.
can go online and like look at the footage after dark. It's called, and
Yeah,
it's,
it's like-
kind of like
the grime and all
Yeah,
that stuff.
but
Yeah,
that-
a little
yeah.
deeper, but nothing.
yeah. You're
too-
not gonna see a
nothing
side
too
boob.
crazy.
I wanted a side boob to slip out.
Yeah,
you know,
something,
just
right?
to
Just a
laugh
little,
at it.
you
but-
I'm gonna be real. I don't think I could jerk off to like just some fucking
Is it side boob?
awkward poses in the fucking in the
dirty
in the
doing
wilderness.
yoga.
in the woods.
I'm sure that people do that.
Y'all motherfuckers must have smelled awful.
You have
huh?
no idea. It's a
We
whole
bathed.
different-
I made shampoo and soap.
What'd you make shampoo out of?
It's yucca. It's like this root.
Yeah, I ate that shit before.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
we
the same
ate
stuff.
it too.
Yep.
You can floss with it. You can brush your teeth. But I grinded up the root and I made this sudsy soap and we bathed and washed our
helped.
hair. Yeah,
I mean,
it
you're
wasn't
not like,
L'Oreal, but
yeah,
fuck
you're
it,
not
it did
like
the
all
job.
flowery, delicious.
I think we're
feeling,
one of
but-
the few that actually took
Actually,
care of hygiene
Yeah,
while we were out there.
It's a big part.
Because I didn't want to lay on him, and
No,
we
God,
laid
no.
in crazy positions.
Yeah,
and his
super.
ass smelled like shit. So
Well,
like,
yeah,
I
it's
Well,
was like,
that's
we
where
need-
shit comes
That
from.
Well,
is where shit comes
you
from,
didn't. You don't
Shanice.
poop while you're out there. Like
You don't
It's-
poop while you're out there?
That's not a
It's
thing.
it's brutal.
Did you stop your period?
So I did.
Oh,
I
God.
had started my period before I went, so I was like, I'm in the clear. But as soon as I got out there, my stress, my hormones, everything was elevated, and I did.
What do you do about that?
They give us.
Like
Yucca?
Yeah, no. Shove some
Do you
yucca in there.
chew up yucca and jam it? in
No,
the
they do
insides?
give us. They do give women feminine hygiene products. So
that's when I got scared.
Bullshit! I want yucca next time.
Make your own, huh?
fucking, I don't even know yeast
that
infection
is
in the woods
the
of
only
Alabama.
time that I really got scared because I heard that attracts bears. That was the one time.
You
Ass.
For real? You really?
He's
Are you
fucking with
fucking with me?
I'm fucking with you.
I don't be out in the wilderness like you.
You
man.
don't. You
can't
don't.
be
You
saying
don't
that
know
shit.
though. I mean, you don't know. There's a
Woman
whole
gets
wives'
mauled to
tales
death
and-
from her period in Alabama.
Yeah, right. Poor man,
Naked.
died because girl goes on her period in the woods.
I always I know it sounds crazy, but I always thought like if I wanted to kill somebody, I just take them camping and I put like some steak underneath their tent
Hey,
and just
you know,
let the bears handle their
that's
ass.
a pretty good move, actually.
I'm like, I don't know what. that is.
Yeah, right.
I don't know. I guess he just
shoot.
smelled delicious. We got a bunch of people that want to holler at you.
Cool,
888-742-3345. 888-742-3345. I guess before we go, what leaf is the best to wipe your butt with?
We didn't mind.
Like I said,
Y'all
we
didn't
did
wipe?
not- we- neither of us shit.
I got
the
really good at
entire
peeing
time.
standing up.
Yeah.
What?
So I just
21 days.
You
neither of us
didn't
took a
poop?
shit.
I didn't poop for
No,
26
and
days.
and when
Like 5
even when
days
you
after.
get out, I think the only thing that helped me was like $15 in Taco Bell and X-Lax,
I had
and
to
then
take
it was like
laxatives.
It was
Really?
It was
You're not eating
terrifying.
enough. You're not eating enough.
And what you are eating is protein.
Yeah,
So
so
it's
my stomach was impaled. I mean, we
Yeah.
lost 25 pounds
but
each.
you're like bloated.
and we're both
and-
very small people, so.
Yeah. Well, what's
Coming
up
out
with
at
that?
99 pounds. I haven't weighed 99 pounds
Yeah.
since I was in the 5th grade, so.
Were you able to get some of your weight back?
Yeah, and I put weight to go on. Like, I put 10 pounds to go on, so in my opening scene, I'm kind of, both of us are pretty chubby.
Yeah.
Do
I
they-
didn't think we'd lose that much weight.
Do they tell you to put on weight?
No.
They don't tell you anything. It's all on your own
It's all
fruition.
you
you
prepping.
can
You
prep
prep how
however
you
you want
want.
to prep. So
Let's go to the phone lines. 888-742-3345. 888-742-3345. We got let me see. Let's go to Tom in Long Island. Go ahead, Tom.
Hey, what's up? What's up, Jude?
Shit, chillin', man. Go ahead.
What's up, everybody?
what's going
Hey,
on?
Tom?
All right, so my question was, if something was to happen, like, overnight, let's say you get bit by a rattlesnake or you get too cold, like, is there medical assistance available to you? How does that work?
Well, what happens is if like something really really bad like that happens, I mean, you're kind of almost SOL. It's kind of a pre-prep type deal. We don't have anything out there, and once all the production crew leaves, we are on our own. I
There's
mean,
a bush camp near, but we'd have to walk a few miles.
Yeah,
Run a few
Does that
miles.
does that make you less likely to venture out at night then? Because
well, I mean,
you know
got
that
to
you're
think
ass out.
it is a survival situation anyway. So you don't want to leave the fire, and you don't want to leave the shelter.
When are you doing most of your work? Is it because I gotta imagine it's pretty hot during the fucking daytime? What do you do?
Early
Like
morning,
mornings and
super
an evening?
early in the evening.
And you're like an animal. You wake up a little bit before the sun comes up, and you go to bed right when the sun goes down. So you literally become part of the environment. You are an animal at that point.
How long did it take to get back into the swing of things, like not waking up crack of dawn or going to bed at 7?
You know,
we just didn't sleep.
Yeah,
The
I
first
mean,
night we laid basically on the floor. We made like a simple bed. Had no.
No, I mean when you get back into like.
Oh, I didn't lay in a
like,
bed for 4 days.
Seriously,
I
like
slept
just
on the
laying
floor.
on a soft bed almost makes you like motion sickness.
Sitting in a chair.
Yeah.
After 21 days was like very weird.
Do you think that beds are bad for us then?
No, I don't. Because sleeping on wood and sticks is
Fucked my
not good
back
for
up.
you.
Yeah.
I mean, your back and your ass, it's killer. It's absolutely killer.
888-742-3345. We got Naked and Afraid sitting across from me. They got their clothes on now. If you guys want to get
For now.
naked, man, we can all just be
Hey,
naked.
I'm not wearing a
together.
bra.
Hey
so
man,
it'd be really
I'm
easy.
always up for a good time. So
I bet you are, Steve. You do seem like the get naked at a party type of guy. Let
there's
me.
nothing wrong with that guy.
No. Says that guy.
Says that guy.
Let's go to Terrence. Go ahead, Terrence. Oh, Terrell, my bad. Terrell.
Hey, yeah, what's going on?
What up, though?
Ain't too much. Yeah, my question was that I'm trying to figure out, you know, I heard y'all say at nighttime, there's nobody there, the camera crews and everybody is gone. So, like, what happens if it's an emergency and you guys are, like, actually in harm? I mean, you know, somebody got...
Dude, they ass
What,
out.
the
They
same
just said
question
it.
all over again?
They just, bro. Hey, Joe, if just, it's not what you're supposed to say. Parlay in Houston. Parlay, what up, though?
Hey, what up, dude? Hey, I want to know.
What happens if, what happens, go ahead. What happens if you get hurt? I'm just playing.
Don't ask that.
Yeah, go ahead, buddy.
what did you guys do to prepare yourselves? And did any preparation kind of help, or was it just kind of that all went out the window once you guys met up and started?
Like I definitely put on a few pounds. I tried to put on a few pounds, and you know, we learned the area that we're going maybe 2 weeks beforehand. So,
But we didn't know exactly, so
Yeah.
we learned, you know, all the fruits that might be there. But when we got there,
edibles.
nothing was in season.
nothing.
Everything was dried up. Like
Yeah, it's
you
and
can prepare all you can.
What was
but
your first meal? What was the first thing?
lizards?
we had lizards the first day. We had lizards second day. Yeah,
How'd you get the lizards?
we caught them, stabbed them, and
Gutted them and
grilled
cooked
them
them over the fire.
and tasted like
It's like
crunchy bacon.
bacon.
Yeah.
Steven, over on the mic, bro.
I'm sorry. I'm
Fucking,
sorry,
yo,
man.
for real. Yo, Steve, man. For real.
my bad. I got you.
Have you thought about having a sex change? You might have a chance with her. You might have a chance, bro.
Oh shoot! But yeah, you can prep your feet and you can do all this stuff, but until you're out there, you don't know. I mean, all the prep work you do doesn't mean shit
How
until
do you
you're
prep
out
your
there.
feet? Like just like walk barefoot?
Walk
on
barefoot. I mean, it helps a lot, but you got to think. I mean, you got to do that for a long ass time. I mean, when you're out there, people wear shoes. So unless you're like an African native running around, you know, running down Impala. It's just not the same. So when you're out there, everything hurts. Every thorn's in your foot, in your side, in your skin. It's wet and dirty, and you really can't prepare yourself for something.
I think the biggest thing to prepare was stuff that was harmful. Like we had to research plants
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
things that we couldn't eat, things that we needed to stay away from.
How
that
much-
was really beneficial.
How much shit out there in the wilderness can kill me if I eat it? Is it like half?
lot.
Is it 50-50?
Yeah.
I'd say it's almost more than 50-50.
There was only a handful of things we could eat,
Yeah.
and it tastes like shit.
Yeah,
I got really sick
You're
from
talking.
eating
You're
thistle.
eating roots and
Yeah.
oh my god,
Oh,
yeah,
that
that
thistle.
thistle sucked.
Wait, you guys ate thistle?
Yeah,
The spiky
You know
plant. And
yeah,
oh.
the
Yeah.
spiny weeds that are like in your yard and shit.
I had that shit at a gourmet restaurant
Yeah, I
one time. I,
bet
paid
you
a lot for
know.
that shit.
I bet you did.
I swear that went
Yep.
to shape of
It's
niece.
a weed. Yeah,
It's a weed.
Yeah,
It's a straight
and
up
it's not
weed.
good.
And you ate that shit.
We
Yeah.
ate that.
Did it
shit.
hurt your tongue?
Dude, well, we like boiled it
And we shaved
and shaved
down.
off all the the spiny things, but it tasted like shit. It was absolutely terrible. It was terrible. Yeah.
The last
Nothing's
day,
good.
the last day, I got a grape though, just a perfect,
Oh, yeah.
beautiful.
It was like a
the
piece of
grapes weren't
heaven.
in season. We were eating raw muscadine grapes, which
Yeah.
like were really brutal on our mouth because they were so acidic.
Bitter and
so it was like
sour.
our gums were bleeding. But I
Yeah.
found a grape, a perfect grape, like on the last day, and it was the best thing I had ever
Tasted
eaten.
like a tiny plum.
That's kind of it sounds like this gives you a whole new appreciation for life.
Oh man,
Definitely.
you're completely stripped of everything. I mean,
No
you
worries.
Think about this. I always tell people this: frozen water, ice cubes are the most amazing thing on the planet, and people don't even recognize them anymore. It's all those little things and the luxuries in life that we have that
Yeah.
you don't even notice. That when they're taken away, it's the first thing you notice. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Your remote control to the TV probably didn't even work out there. did it?
And, dude, no, it was too far. You know.
Fuck yeah, your TiVo didn't even work, man. Some bullshit. Let's go to Dean in Brooklyn. Hey, Dean.
Hey, good afternoon, man.
Go
my
ahead, man.
question is basically, like, what's the transition like? I heard all throughout the radio show, like, you talking about transitioning and also the luxuries of life, and that's definitely an appreciated fact, but what's the transition like after coming from the show back into real life? Like, do you do things differently now, or,
Oh man,
like, how
that was
is
the best. That was absolutely the best part for me. Is the 21 days was a surreal experience, but I actually kept a journal for the 21 days after. And the first thing I ate when I got back out was a peach, and it was the best peach I have ever. Like being in the airport, and the craziest thing was the colors. Out there, we only saw green and we only saw brown. That is it.
Yep.
So going into the airport, all the noises, all
And
the
colors and smells,
just-
and
I mean, a
it's the
toothbrush,
noises.
a blanket.
It gave me
did-
kind of anxiety.
I was gonna say,
honestly.
did it freak you out?
It freaked
It
me
did.
out.
It was like shell shock.
Yeah, even my girlfriend, like I wanted to kind of stay home in my own little cave for like the first couple of
Where
days.
you're like, you don't understand.
Yeah,
me."
right. I know, like PTSD almost.
And like
but everything
like
you
a
taste.
drive-through. I remember going and driving past a drive-through, and I'm like, "Fuck!" We spent 5 days hunting for protein,
Yeah,
and you can walk
it's
up
right
and get
there,
a Big Mac.
You know, and it's absolutely it's like every food you have and taste is like you're tasting it for the first time. There's no seasoning out there. There's no salt and pepper. There's no, you can't batter anything. It's you kill it and you grill it and you eat it, and that's it. So I mean, I had a Gatorade. That was the first thing I had when I got out, and it didn't even taste like a Gatorade. It was like I almost went into diabetic shock. The sugar and it's you can't describe it without going through it.
Yeah.
Really,
Everything you
it's
appreciate
insane.
shoes, you appreciate.
Are you guys like forever friends now? Are you guys like
absolutely.
We're
forever
already setting
friends?
up holidays.
Yeah,
together.
dude, we talk
Our
almost
girlfriends
every
like
other
each
day.
other.
Yeah, our girlfriends are.
That's your girlfriends out there?
Yeah.
them sexy bitches. Yup.
Damn, y'all doing okay.
I know we do all right, don't we?
I don't know.
Shit. Yeah.
I don't know.
They went out with us before we got on TV and shit.
Congratulations
Too. Thank
on
you.
that shit.
Thank you.
Oh well, shit. All right, let's get one last. Well, actually, no. Fuck these questions. I want to thank you guys for coming on here.
Dude, thank you.
you.
This was great. This was awesome. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
That's everybody back in New York just
I
clapping up
know,
for you.
right?
There's
I
like
hear it
1,000
from
people in
here.
the studio.
Shit.
They fucking loved you, bro. You crushed. Thanks for coming in and like I didn't think about like the little things in life that we
It's
take
true,
for
man.
granted.
Yeah.
music, man.
That is huge.
We couldn't
I'm
sing
telling
our
you,
own songs, like
because it can't be on camera
yeah.
and shit. So
we would make up raps
the radio,
and dumb stuff, but
it's just-
music
that's
was
what we love. You know, music.
Did music
is our
really
everything.
help push you along?
yeah.
It does.
And art. He's an artist, so
Yeah.
like we just we had to make do with what we had. But coming back and listening to music was huge.
Oh man, it really was. That was like the best thing, you know. So it's a part of life that it's the thing when it's taken away, you really miss it.
Well, we're gonna play music right now.
You damn right. Rock
you.
on.
Let's all shut our eyes and hear it.
You're listening to the All Out Show with you.
Killer Mike and LP out here. What's up, fellas?
What up, man? What up? We'll run the jewels. Hello, everybody.
Welcome to the show.
Man, you know it's one of my favorites. I like you.
Thanks, man. It's good to have you here, man.
Good to be back, man.
Yo, Killer, hug him, son, hug him.
We already did. Man, we didn't even need the microphone for that.
Me and Jude accidentally call each other at least twice a year.
Yeah,
and then have a cool convo and then be cool again.
I was just saying that when I was talking y'all up, I felt like a dick because I just hopped on the phone like we was in the middle of a conversation. I was like, yeah, so anyway, we can go with the second choice and then really push that one. You was like, wait, who is this? I was like, man, it's Jude. Oh, shit, my bad.
The thing is, Jude sound like everybody black uncle. I'm like, Uncle, what's up, Uncle Henry? How you doing?
You know, that's cigarettes and acid reflux.
Ain't
right
nothing
there.
wrong with it, man. They got a great rap voice, baby.
Yo, El, it's good to have you here on the show, man.
Great to be here, man. Thanks for having us.
LP.
So you guys,
Hi, Sear.
you go way back with Sear.
Yeah, man. You know, Stretch and Bob days.
That's right.
That's fam. We had many a ridiculous 4 a.m.
Many Jack and Cokes, many wetland jokes, many.
All of that.
Did y'all do the whole New York experience of doing dust together and want to jump off a building?
No, I did my dust separately. Actually,
Okay.
yeah. I smoked my dust in my own time.
Okay,
I did
cool.
my mess
Everybody
times,
I know from New York got a dust story.
Yeah, it was real
I
dusty.
You gotta,
Yeah.
you gotta have a dust story. You gotta have one.
They be talking like it's cool. You be
I got
kind of
about-
like, that's scary, bro.
Yeah, I got about 3.
That dust shit is crazy, man. man.
Everybody in the Midwest and South though got a woo story. Like everybody got smoked a blunt, slipped a blunt with some coke in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In New York, we actually purposefully go for the dust experience, which is strange. But it's a powerful, I wouldn't.
What would you do? You would smoke some PCP, then what?
Honestly, man, we a couple. I must have done it maybe 3 times in my life, and I think that we were just in the house in the apartment. I couldn't imagine smoking dust and going outside. Like I think that's why people flip out and try and smash car windows with their hands.
Too much stimulus, yeah.
But if you're just inside, and I mean, we were crazy though, so we didn't care. It wasn't. There's no upside to smoking dust. It doesn't matter where you are. It's just, if you want to get really, 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 really high, then okay. That's what
I don't know if I want to be that high.
I was like,
it's psychedelic. It's a psychedelic drug.
Yeah,
that you see shit.
I'll stay at the shroom level.
That shrooms is good. Shrooms is good to
shrooms.
fuck on and shit like that.
I like exactly. That's a
Definitely.
great experience. If as long as you don't fuck around, do too many. I did that on the tour bus.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, I
curled up like a newborn baby.
That wasn't the move.
You start thinking about your whole life and shit like
Yeah,
that.
Yeah, we started in a strip club, and
Yes.
everybody took shrooms, and then I swear to and Mike was literally had been transported back to an Atlanta strip club. He tried to turn up like it was a Portland strip club.
In a Portland strip club.
And we were like, oh, great, everything's going great. And then literally 45 minutes later, I came onto the bus, and Michael Render was wrapped in a blanket like a newborn baby, sweating.
Yeah.
It was too much.
What am I doing out here in these strip clubs,
Exactly,
man?
bro.
I need to be
I got
with
a
my
wife.
kids.
Yeah,
I need to
Man, what
be
am I doing, man? I'm in a room. I'm in a bus of dudes.
some bullshit, man. That's some fucking.
I went in my bunk.
I don't even like rhyming. I don't even like rhyming.
Yeah, I went through all that.
Staring in the mirror. I can't believe this is what I actually look like.
True.
Yeah.
Watch out, kids. Drugs are fun, but it ain't no brakes on
They
that
can
ride.
turn on you. You got to be ready.
I was just saying that yesterday. I was like, yo, if you do mushrooms or any hallucinogen, I just got to make sure my bills are paid and my room is clean.
True.
For how long?
Right before I do it, I'm just like, I just
or
gotta
you'll
make
just panic. You'll
Or
just panic.
I'll be like, what the fuck you
Have
doing?
you ever
with your
done this
life?
shit where you do mushrooms and then all of a sudden you start to convince yourself that you've got cancer or something? Like you just feel a weird pain in your body and it gets magnified?
No, dude.
That's one of the
awful.
most. It is awful. It's one of the most terrifying things. And remember, Despot actually on the same night. Everybody did mushrooms the same night, and everybody except me because
You're super drug user.
I'm super drug. I can do the psychedelic thing. Everybody had a breakdown. Despot was in his bunk and actually, as according to him, died.
Yeah, he died. He thought he died.
X-Squire was losing his shit.
He was going crazy.
He
I
just
can't
turned
be
evil.
around the color red when I'm high shrooms. I can't. I hear it.
You hear red? You
hear it.
What's it sound like?
It's the worst sound ever. And it gets louder.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm red.
What is that noise?
Outkast DJ got me on shrooms first, Swift, man, and he took me to one of those hood bars.
Shout out Swift.
And shout out Swift. But everything in a hood bar is red. Everything.
Yeah.
Especially when you live in Atlanta. Bro, it was literally by the end of the night, I just had my face in my hands while this old bartender chased me around the club like, bro, please, bro, just get me out of here. And we were driving home. We got behind the traffic jam. I just let the seat back and closed my eyes, bro. Because all I saw was brake lights. I can't stay in red when I'm high.
I'm not here.
Yeah.
That was one of the last times I actually did mushrooms and went out was my friend took me to a dubstep club, and it was like getting
That could turn on you. I could see you walking out either the biggest dubstep fan in the world or being terrified.
I hate it. It felt like a 7-hour ass whooping.
Yeah,
I just
exactly.
stop stepping on my head. Wah, 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 like So you guys are torn.
Yeah.
You must be having you did mushrooms on the tour. You guys
Actually, not yet on this one. No, that was last tour.
I mean, I'm married. He has a girl. My DJ's married, so our tour is it's a little, it's not what it was.
You guys are grown-ups now.
Yeah, we're adults, exactly.
I don't know really what you're trying to infer, but I had a giant bag of mushrooms that I had to throw out because we were hitting Texas.
Know what I was saying?
And we thought it was a really good idea to wrap our bus with Run the Jewels. We were like, oh man, we're the shit. And then we realized that we were the biggest red target.
Yeah,
with
it's
our
like,
names
pull
on
us
it.
over.
So I had to dump my mushrooms.
I was
before
just inferring there are no broads.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, there are no broads.
No,
it's the
pathetic.
broad less tour.
Yeah, we're just like adult men trying to make money.
Yeah.
That's cool though.
Yeah, no, it really is cool.
And it's a fucking lie, but
Random
that's
hand
cool.
jobs and blow jobs are cool too. But that's off the list now.
What about like what's the guy girl percentages at your shows?
Girls, it's interesting, like tough, little, cute broads are at our shows because our shows are many. They mosh from the beginning to the end. They crowd surf. So the girls, they're little cuties. They're wild, but you know, it's
the same makeup as a lot of
Wu-Tang show in the
Okay.
prime.
You know, yeah.
Yep.
It's like I don't know.
More black people
on
are
a
coming
good
out
night.
now.
On a good night.
Shouts out Al
60,
Sharpton and Farrakhan.
Yeah,
Muhammad.
They're driving black people to your shows.
Well, I'm hoping. I'm hoping.
Well, keep
everybody
shouting
get
them out
behind us.
because they are the voice of the black people.
Better them than Ben Carson.
Who's Ben Carson?
Ben Carson is the brilliant neurosurgeon who I love, and I agree with a lot of his conservative politics, but he just wrote a lot of stupid stuff in his new book that I read twice called Our America. I like him, though. Shouts out Ben Carson, too.
Dog, I love that you're so well read.
What am I supposed to do?
I don't know. Fucking do whatever the fuck. Like I
like to smoke weed and read and go to strip clubs
like,
with my
what am I
wife.
supposed to do? I don't want to fucking
gotta
be
do
around
it.
my wife.
I love my wife. We go to strip clubs together. You know what it
Yeah.
is, though? My mom caught me reading Playboy as a kid, but she caught me reading it. So she never stopped. She kind of encouraged me. So it was like I love the naked girls, and I love reading interesting articles. Like reading was the first Google. So I like to read.
That's awesome. Do you get blowback from liking to read?
Yeah.
Because I felt like you were instantly defensive when I was.
I tease him.
No,
Oh, you think you're better than me because you can read words.
No, I
you like them book word.
Yeah.
Oh
sentences.
Yeah, that's how it is.
Look
growing
at
up
the
in South.
nerd.
I could fight though. I didn't really care when I was a kid.
So you could whoop ass. It's crazy.
True.
There's these cycles of poverty, and like one of them is like to shun fucking education. It's like,
I
oh,
don't know,
man.
sir. That's the only thing that gets your ass out of poverty, learning something.
Yeah, that's the cycle.
But with that said, though, you know, I mean, I got money. My kids will pretty much have a nice lifestyle, and
yeah,
it's hard to get them to get on the straight A train too.
And people like Mike and myself, we didn't. Well, I don't know, not really. Mike did more school than I did. I didn't do much school, but reading is you can educate yourself. You can,
True.
it's like that's the thing that is brilliant about it, right? Like school is ridiculous. Often, school doesn't really do it doesn't really do much for any.
Teach you how to take tests, walk in a straight line.
Yeah. There's a
Talk to
path
girls.
on that, but like the abstract thinker, the guy who reads himself, the guy who's interested in things on his own, they're gonna be just as they're just going to be just as savvy and have just as good a perspective as somebody who was literally just put through the factory,
And that's a cool thing to think about because I know for me, like I never was really. I don't come from like I'm not educated.
You look like you have on a polo and glasses, and it's a button down, and you're white.
Dog, this is like
if you're white, you're gonna assume if you're wearing a button down and glasses, you're educated. So
well, look how I'm dressed right now.
Yeah.
How I was dressed before, I felt like I wasn't taking advantage of my whiteness.
Yeah,
I'm like I am just jerking off this whiteness.
Trill, bro. Trill.
So I
bro.
was like, let me look the
I'm
part.
glad you let that Echo go, all that Willie Esco, all that. Getting rid of all that Pele, that D-Town Michigan shit out of here.
You know what happened? There was two things. One, I was on a date and I got pulled over for no reason, and they had me on the fucking curb and they're running my shit. And I'm like in my 30s too. I'm like, this and I'm like, yo, this is ridiculous. And then I dressed up. I had to go on a plane to a wedding, and I was wearing a suit.
Yeah.
I've never been treated. I was like,
and you got the nice
crazy.
white guy haircut too. I'll say now,
Bruh.
You got a nice haircut,
bruh. Yo, this is how I can.
You gotta maneuver this.
In my pocket.
You gotta maneuver this world. If you've been given a disguise, you may as well wear it. I suppose.
You gotta do it.
The same way, you guys got to look like rappers so people believe you. I got to look like this so I can get
It's
around.
exhausting. I actually naturally dress the way you're dressed right now, and then I have to put on my rapper shit.
The funny thing is, the black guy in the group does naturally dress like you.
Yeah.
All I have is a closet full of polo.
I'm not mad.
So that's just some southern stuff. Like
these are vintage polo frames.
Yeah,
sir.
cops still don't care. They're still gonna lay my ass on the ground on
This
a polo.
is true.
Yep.
This is true. I know it sucks.
I just say my dad was a cop, and things usually turn from that process.
Hey, but you know what you have that you don't realize that my buddy was surprised at? Like when you walk down the sidewalk, people get out of the way for you. You have you have the black part. Like people just you never have had to fucking go move sideways once in your life. That's all I do. I'm like, oh, excuse me, sir. Excuse me.
Yeah, I've been on the receiving end of the accidental movement of that. Like we're on stage every night. Every once in a while, I come up against a standing still Michael Render and bounce off of him like a fucking handball.
Let's play one of your songs, man.
Please.
What do you guys want to start with?
I'll let L call it.
Why don't we play "Oh My Darling, Don't Cry"?
Yeah.
Let's get that shit.
All right.
LP, Killer Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
Run
in
the
town.
jewels.
Bring them motherfuckers.
Oh my. Oh my. Fuck the law, they can eat my dick, that's word to pimp. Word to pimp. Word to pimp. Hold up. Oh my. You are now listening to Run the Jewels. Fuck the law, they can eat my dick, that's word to pimp. I don't fuck with or talk like all these fucking imps. Stop hollering, give a fuck if you deny it, kids. You can all run naked backwards to a field of dicks. Fuck the world, don't ask me for shit, that's word is big. I dreamt we own the world, but I've woken up and it don't exist. Soak it in and need no assist. Can't slap my wrist, I don't owe you shit. Trust me, I'm a doctor, do operate, I'm a post-war razor bitch.
Tiptoe on the track like a ballerina. Ski mask in a Pontiac Catalina. It's obese female opera singer. You can run the jewels or lose your fingers. Me and LP got time to kill, got folks to kill, on overkill. He hanging out the window, I hold the wheels. One black, one white, we shoot to kill. That fuck boy life about to be repealed. That fuck boy shit about to be repaired. Fuck boy jihad, kill infidel. Law Akbar, boom from Mike and L.
Life is hell, death's a bitch, and these football rulers getting rich. I composite, it opens up, I smoke it up, go home and fuck. Till I be girl when they roam. I gave a face, please pay with dome. My business card says you're in luck. I do two things, I rap and fuck.
I fucking rap, I coach rap, I smoke the kush, I beat the puss, I read the books, did the math. Don't need a preacher preaching on my behalf. No teacher can't teach my arrogant ass. I'm blowing on crippy by reading the scriptures that's written by Egyptians and sipping on whiskey. Hey baby, you with me?
Oh my. Don't cry. Oh my. Don't cry. Oh my. Don't cry. Oh my. Don't cry. We run this spot like a Chinese sweatshop. Don't stop, work until chest pop. Cardiac arrested, I'm so invested, I'm self-invented. That's no illusion, there's no confusion. You see the future, you fear the future. I've seen the truth and I'm so deluded. I've been a better bad guy than I've been better than bad. Been a bit of bully talk, beating on my chest. In fact, I half stack from a rat. I've been around the block, babe, I know a few facts. Maniac, brainiac, run, go, tell him that. AT, alien, and my tell him that.
Never be wrong, I'm savage. Show up your class, what's happening? 2 yards living with a fully automatic. Heart full of pain and a head full of habit. Everybody stepped on the key and I'm dead and I'm happy. Leave a name, mom, on the stage where it happened. Who gon' buy my baby a cat? Fuck that bitch in the back.
Mega blast, I'm mega lit. On Highway 6 and I'm not strapped in. I don't crash, bitch, I just skid. You got the cash, I'll make the trip. I make the trip, you better pay. Don't worse, but less, don't make my day. I'm not from Earth, from far away. I bust through chests like baby Quay.
Running the jewels of the game. Whipping the mixes like chickens of cane. Spitting the sickness of game. Parents is living the game. Kids is just fucking insane. Wanting that pistol, that fist with a chain. Rapping the simple like they in a game. Delivery dope like a dosage of dope or a no filler coke for a junkie of fiend. Fiend, 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 oh my.
I just fucking love your production, dude.
Wow, that is trippy.
He's dope.
Thank you.
Like that.
It's you went from company flow and then transitioned to just producing.
Nah, I mean, actually, I didn't. You might have missed my entire solo career, but
I actually did.
Yeah,
My
it's cool.
bad.
It's all good.
I
You'd be
got
surprised at how many people have just started paying attention again since Company Flow. But in the meantime, I actually had a solo career starting in 2002. I released a bunch of solo albums, LP solo albums.
Well, I feel like a real dick.
Yeah, you should. And you absolutely should. I'm not going to save you from that one. And we, and yeah, that's what I've been doing. And then obviously I met Mike. I produced his record.
Rap music.
And at the same time, I also released that same week. A week later, I released my solo record, the first one in 5 years. And we both ended up touring together, obviously, and becoming really good friends. And we had songs together on each other's albums. And then Run the Jewels just popped off. But yeah, no, I've been steady working. I haven't really at all stopped. I just think that there's plenty of people where I was under the radar for them, that they weren't looking over. You know what I mean? But I had a really good run, and it's been, everything's been great. And obviously now with Run the Jewels, it's sort of snowballed. It's gotten to be a bit different. So yeah,
that's awesome.
Yup.
But yeah, Company Flow is where obviously I started, and I've been making records ever since. And people seem to be responding to the new one. People seem to really like the sound, and for me that's great, man. I just love doing the work. I just love making music. So
that's awesome.
Oh.
I'm still feeling bad about not buying your shit.
Y'all so funny, man.
That's interesting.
That's so how many? The problem was I stopped listening to new rap music in the 2000s. Dog. Like
I think a lot of people kind of did. There's a certain generation of people who did. I didn't, but I know a lot of people who just kind of like stopped.
I started doing R&B around that time.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I went to classic rock, dog. Like I'm like fucking Fleetwood Mac and shit now.
Yeah.
Like a big nerd. Well, I gotta match my outfit, dog. That's the way it go.
Once the outfit came back, once you had your disguise on, you just had to change your whole persona.
Like this, hey man, this fucking there's sticks.
I was high watching
guys.
Tom Petty the other night.
Yeah.
The lady from Fleetwood Mac came out.
Oh, Fleetwood Mac. We talking about what you talking about that?
What were you listening to when you guys made the album?
We were listening to our shit.
Yeah, we listen to our shit, but in terms of extra music I listen to Al Green every day.
Every day.
Yeah, every day I can. Because my wife and I wake up to it every morning, so every day I'm at least sing or some Al. But like to get in a place where me and Elle are, it's like I run around and sing like Led Zeppelin to myself or play it off in the corner or like Sabbath.
Really?
That was my classic rock. That's
in terms of also, there were some records that we were like, like just some classic rap records from our childhoods that we were re-listening to.
Like Niggas for Life is always for me.
Yep. NWA, Ice Cube, America's Most.
A lot of West Coast then, huh?
Well, definitely, and also
Bomb Squad sounds.
and also like for me, being inspired by records like great second album records, like De La Soul is Dead, or Low End Theory, where you're, or Outkast, and like where you see the second record is the next step up,
Ball and G and UGK too.
And it wasn't really as much as I was listening to those records a lot, but it's more like I was remembering them and just really and trying to like remember that spirit of it when I went into the record.
It was one studio there. We listened to MJG like damn near all day. Remember that? We was just like straight MJG verses.
What's that like? You're a New York dude. Were they really weren't hitting that big in New York when they came out, like in '93.
No.
What was that like for you to kind of hear all this Southern rap? How'd you like that?
Well, I mean, I grew up on like Ghetto Boys, and which isn't exactly the same, but it's Texas, but it's so it's wasn't far. I grew up on listening to the Ghetto Boys. I was aware of UGK definitely, and also Outkast.
He's an MJG fan, though.
Yeah.
Like, he considers MJG a pattern master.
Yeah,
he is. I feel like MJG is one of the most fucking slept on.
He's one of the most slept on rappers ever. Yeah. But so anyway, point being, like, I wasn't shut off to it, and obviously Outkast. I was there from day one with that, and through them, I liked, a lot of stuff that came out. It really was never, I guess a lot of New Yorkers just really didn't fuck with it, right? Like,
Yeah,
but I was never like that.
You didn't dismiss it. It just wasn't around. You
Not
said
at
you were
all.
listening to something
Anytime
else.
something dope came our way and I heard it, I was into it. Yeah. So it was just a matter of Mike. Mike knows just same way I can rattle off probably 1,000 names of obscure or regional groups in New York City around the 2000s and the late 90s or whatever, like that Mike wouldn't know. The same thing. He has more, information about that music, but I like to think that I picked up on the stuff that was on the radar,
I think that makes for a really cool combination. You know what I mean?
It
like,
does.
I think, and I guess that was more to my point. Just the fact that you got these two people coming from deep rap roots from two different spots coming together and making something brand new sounding.
Yeah. Thank you, man. That's what we hope it is. We that's how we feel.
I say this all the time, and I just feel like the fact that you like the music matters, because a lot of people do grow up and grow past what they thought they liked, but I think that we make the music that rap that I thought when I was a kid was supposed to evolve into, or is supposed to be evolving into. So for me, I'm happy that I get to use the people that inspired me as inspiration to do this, because this is when I was 10 years old sitting at my 4th grade desk telling my teacher I'm going to be a rapper, this is what I thought it was going to be like. I thought it was going to be like hard-ass beats, hard-ass rhymes, and wild-ass crowds. And that's what it is.
So at 10 years old, you already knew that you was going to be a rapper?
Yeah, I knew I was going to be a rapper. I was 9. I knew. I decided.
I was
like,
the exact same age.
I'm a rapper.
I have in my studio the first rhyme that I ever wrote on construction.
Yep,
paper.
true.
My mother framed it and put it up on the studio wall.
How are your bars? Back then?
Yeah,
not bad.
Bars.
Yeah,
not bad for a 10-year-old. I'm Jam J, the impossible child. When I tell my tale, all the girls are beguiled. I actually use that
Get
word.
the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Impossible and beguiled. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, man.
Were you in one of them like spoon bending with your mind schools and shit like that?
Yes, I absolutely can do that with my mind.
I knew it.
Yeah, you
Fucking
can tell.
beguiled.
I try and keep it on the low.
Well, thanks for not bending shit.
Sometimes
in here. I
with
appreciate
great power comes great embarrassment.
Are you guys doing it independently? Or are you doing it with a company or what?
We're doing it through Mass Appeal Records.
For real?
Which is Nas's imprint. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And
you see how I study?
Yeah, I mean, whatever. It doesn't even matter. We gave the record away for free, and we put it up for sale at the same time, like simultaneously, vinyl and CDs and iTunes and all that. And
what was the split? How many people bought it just to show like, yo, I want to own this?
We're number 50 on the Billboard Top 200 in this week's Billboard. We're number 6 rap album in the country.
We did like 15 first week, and that's what giving the whole thing away.
And 254,000 downloads.
That's not of the world. And I don't really like talking numbers because we give it away because we don't want to talk numbers, but also this is a successful business model. Like it's popping, and also 150,000 people legally downloaded it from our website in 12 hours.
So
that was the first 12 hours.
Do you feel like that's the future for music, where you put it out?
We don't know or care. It's just us. This is our future. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, you're the first person we even answered 3 business questions. Like, I don't care. I don't care what's happening to the music industry. I don't care how another artist figures it out. This works for us, and this is what we're married to doing.
And realistically, we don't even care how much we sell. We legitimately don't care. Like, because
I want to be on the road too.
You just want to be on the road, connecting with people, doing your music.
True.
And that's how we're gonna make that's how we make our money as well. And that's a big way. And we do merch, and we do like this is like selling records is not anymore the focal point, and shouldn't be anymore the focal point of most artists right now in terms of like how they want to make their money.
And I guess that's why I was asking it, because
what's crazy though, I was spaced out high watching something the other day, and there are like records that I thought would have been more than platinum 1,000 times over that are just going platinum. Like certain De La Soul records, certain Aretha Franklin records, Patti LaBelle, that are just going platinum. But these records are the records you play at your fucking wedding and
Tribe
your
Called
funeral.
Quest and shit.
Yeah, so
gold forever.
Like, I didn't even know that like PE hadn't went platinum at a certain. I was like, why am I placing all this importance on something that was only introduced to the '90s? I never knew how much NWA sold. I never cared.
Yeah,
I just cared that all my cool friends, that's what we was on going to
impact. It's about impact.
You know who the first rap group that I ever remember what they sold being a thing that I knew was EPMD.
Oh yeah,
Remember
Gold.
that?
30
Everyone
days
was like,
later.
gold.
The
And that
LP
was-
because he
gold.
said it in the rhyme.
But
30
the dope-
days later, the LP went
But
gold.
the doper shit about EPMD was, even though other people were going platinum, you didn't care because you were like, "Yo, this is real," and it goes gold every time. Gold was
Every
like the
time.
standard
Yeah.
for us,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
things changed.
But now it's a totally different game, and we just decided to take that out of the equation as much as we could. Not because we don't want to sell records, but because we just figured out another way to do it where it's not our focus. It's not. It was more important for us that people get the music and hear the music, and that's all. And the result is there. I mean, we have had 11 consecutive sellout shows on this tour, and tonight is number 12, and it's already sold out.
And there we go.
Where you guys?
And that's after they
where you
moved it
guys
to a
playing
bigger. We were playing at Echo, and they had to move it to Echoplex.
Yeah.
Sold out. Boom. Sold out
Bam.
again. Boom.
Sold out in 20 minutes.
Yeah. And the next 2 or 3 shows are sold out.
Which is just to say, which isn't me like, hey, look at me, I'm selling. But it's more like just to say this model, that's why we did it, so that people would be excited, so could hear the music. And we knew that if they were into it, that they might come to a show.
And we're grateful, and we thank them. You know what I mean? Like,
fuck yeah.
kids come out, they come to the shows, they buy merch, and they make sure we're good. And and we give them the time of their life. Like, we probably have not seen a rap show like this unless you were probably like into rap and it's really, really primal, like early stages. Like, we rage from the time we get on that stage to the time we get off. We don't just stand there, grab our crotch, and expect you to sing our lyrics.
No, we jump around and grab our crotch and expect you to
Absolutely.
sing our lyrics.
You know what? It's that little jump that makes all the difference.
Doesn't it?
Sometimes, though.
Doesn't it, though?
Let's play another song, guys.
Yes, sir.
What do you guys want to listen to?
Oh, man, I would like to hear... What did we just hear? Oh, My Darling?
Yes.
Let's hear Close Your Eyes and Count to Fuck.
Close Your Eyes and Count to Fuck.
That's so
Featuring
great.
Zach De La Roca.
Feeling Zach
like
De La
that
Roca,
name.
Rage Against the Machine.
Bam.
Run them jewels fast, run them jewels fast, run them, fuck the slow mo.
Hey.
Fashion slave, you protested to get in a fucking lookbook. Everything I scribble like the anarchist cookbook.
Look good, posing in the center for the cookbook.
Black on black with the ski mask, that is my crook look. How you like my styling, bruh? Ain't nobody styling, bruh. About to turn this motherfucker up like Rikers Island, bruh. My thuggers and my cripples and my blooders and my brothers. When you niggas gon' unite and kill the police motherfuckers, or take over a jail, get them CO's hell. The burning of that sofa, goddamn, I love the smell. Blankets and pillow torching, where the fuck the warden? And when you find them, we don't kill them, we just waterboard them. We killing them for freedom, cause they tortured us for boredom. And even if some good ones die, fuck it, the Lord will sort them.
We out of order, your honor, you out of order. This whole court is unimportant, you fuckers are walking corpses. I'm a clip wig synonym, living within distortion. I bite into a cyanide molar before you whores win. I'm a New Yorkie and I'm fucked for the jump. I wear my Yankees so tilted, I actually walk with a hunch. Look at Mikey, I think he Nike, we are sinister sons.
Hey, we the type to preach it with a grin and a gun. Come on.
Run them jewels fast, run them jewels fast, run them jewels fast, run them jewels fast, run them.
A wise man once said,
we all dead, fuck it.
Just spit it disgusting youngin' and hold your nuts while you gunning. I listened tatted a sentence on my dick last summer. Now I'll never get that phrase off my brain, it's no wonder. I'm here to buy hearts, I got hundreds. Honey, the cheaper the parts, the better buy for the money. I'm training vagina whispering, glistening, waiting for the christening. I know the neighbors can't help but listening. A dirty boy who come down on the side of dissonance. I can't even relax without sirens off in the distance. Not shitting you, little buddy. This fucking island's a prison. The only silence I have is an act of conjugal visiting.
My solitary conditions preventing conjugal visits. Domain and missing my misses. They keeping me from my chilling conditions. Create a villain. The villain is giving vision. The vision becomes a vow to seek vengeance on all the vicious liars and politicians. Profiteers of the prisons. The forehead engravers and slavers of men and women, including members of clergy that rule on you through religion.
So strip your kids to the nude and then tell them God will forgive them.
Run them jewels fast, run them jewels fast, run them jewels fast, run them jewels fast,
Hey.
run them.
It's Taylor on the cut, lifting 6 on your stitching crew. I'm miles ahead of you. You can
can sip my bitches brew. My battle status is burning mansions from Dallas to Malibu. Check my resume, your residence is residue. Call her a skin job, and my honey dick will backflip for you. You playing God, your eye socket, she gon' rip it too. We sick of bleeding out a tray, spraying victim you. Done dying, Philip AK dicking you. Eclipse in the bottom, we dipping from Gotham. Yes, eclipsed by the shadows of dark dance to the coffin. I'm a fellow with melanin, suspect of a felony. With black rock in my law, feds is checking my melody. Yes, aggressively tested with bump stretches and penalties. Cases with facing the cop, please, when we season a pump. With reason to dump on you global grand dragons. Still piling fast bucks, Afghani toe tagging. Now they tracking me, and we busting backseat. The only thing that close quicker than our caskets be the factory. Run them jewels fast, run them jewels fast, run them jewels fast.
We got Killer Mike LP in Los Angeles.
We are Run the Jewels.
Let me ask you something. As I was listening to that, I felt like you were able to hit a really nice balance of being saying some real shit and not being preachy.
Nah.
Yeah.
Is that does that come natural to you, or is that something where you got to be like, oh man, let me lay off a little bit?
For me, it does. The world didn't really quite understand it till I got over LP beats. I mean, they got it. My audience got it, but just in a bigger spectrum. They looked at it like, well, how could you enjoy doing drugs but say what's called positive shit?
We try and make jams that aren't like, if you want to say something in a jam, the way to Run the Jewels does it is we wrap it in we wrap a real thought in the most glorious shit talk that you could possibly imagine,
which is what rap
like
should do.
we play off each other. Like if Mike comes real serious on a track, and you know, I'll lighten it up a little bit sometimes, and vice versa. Like we, you know, that's the great thing about being a rap group. Like we can balance each other, we can flip off each other, and make it so that you're not leaving the song feeling like you just got lectured. You're like, as soon as you start to, you know,
as soon as I feel like that, it's a turn off to me.
Me too. I don't like that type of music. I'm not interested in it. I don't like when people stand on a soapbox and regurgitate like pedantic bullshit to me. Like, not like entertain, make a dope song. And that's what I grew up on, like Criminal Minded, you know, BDP, where that's what it was. Like you heard like the most gangster dude, the shit that he was saying, and then he would just out of nowhere drop something really, really, you know, intelligent on you that made sense in a positive way as well. And you had these things combined, and it just made for dope records.
Even Ghetto Boys had an anti-abortion song.
Not even Ghetto Boys gave knowledge from day one.
Exactly.
Willie D was in face, man. Come on, like everybody in terms of the rap world, in terms of 80s, 90s, when we were coming up as kids, you got your first real knowledge from dudes on the street. Like it was dudes that was getting out of federal prison that gave me, you know, like gave me my first Malcolm X book. That introduced me to the lost found teachings of Honorable Elijah Muhammad and stuff. Like all these were people who, like Kevin Gates says a lot, you know, people who you would consider the dregs of the earth or despicable were some of the best teachers. And that has been true in my life. L always says, I don't want to hear why not to do drugs from a person who's never done it. Like you don't even know what it feels like to tell me what not to succumb to, you know? It's like
and we won't do that. And our records are never from the perspective of people who figured anything out. If anything, you're gonna hear a good voicing of some rage or some confusion or questioning something or even just being belligerent about something. But, you know, I don't think that anyone's interested. It's not you don't get very far in general. Like that's not the type of person you even want to talk to. You know, you want to meet a guy and he just starts lecturing you.
You guys are probably the smartest fucking rap group that I've spoken. I wouldn't want them to show up at like fucking trivia night at the bar and shit. They were like, man, I'd be like, man, great, LP and Killer Mike are here again. But go to Bennigan's, fucking it over.
What do you mean? But honestly, I think like, but I think that like, you know, levity and, you know, plays an important role in being able to communicate things. And so Run the Jewels records are funny, but we're also gonna say some real shit, and that's the type of record that I like. I like hearing complicated, real people. I'm not gonna tell you not to fuck without a condom, you know, if I fuck without a condom. And I'm not going to tell you not to do drugs if I like doing drugs, but at the same time, we can communicate about the shit. You might actually respect it from me a little bit more than if some dude who's like who's never done drugs, like we said, has never done drugs in his life, is going to tell you not to do drugs. They can't even tell you why. You can't even have a conversation about how great drugs feel.
Because you were too high on mushrooms.
Yeah.
What do you know?
Talk to the guy who just walked out of the methadone clinic about drugs.
Yeah.
I know that's right. The group is Run the Jewels.
Run the Jewels.
Killer Mike, LP.
Yes, sir.
Atlanta, Brooklyn, coming together, just making something really special. The shows are sold out. Show up anyway and try to scalp a ticket or some shit like that, man. Like, get up in there.
We
Sneak
show
in.
love too. We do Twitter contests. We give people. Last night, two fans bought an extra 2 tickets accidentally because a sister bought some for a brother. So they literally left it under an apple under the fire hydrant and tweeted out. We retweeted
right next to the tour bus.
Yeah, right next to the tour bus. So somebody got to get in just because of that. It's love. Like the one thing our fans mosh, wild, outrage, but we just tell them take care of each other. So shouts out to the Jewel Runners for taking care of each other.
And the shows have been crazy. The shows have been batshit fucking insane.
Yeah.
Do fat people get discounts?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I'm down for the fat people campaign.
Thank you, Killer Mike.
You got an advocate in me.
Fucking
it depends. They get 10% off Killer Mike merch.
Hell no.
We gonna play one more?
They got a gout discount?
Yeah, fuck you, Jude.
The fuck is a gout survivor and shit.
You gotta stop drinking, eating that sugar.
Shit.
Man, we're gonna play one more?
Yeah, let's do that shit.
Let's play All Due Respect featuring,
What's y'all
Travis
Twitter?
Barker.
What's y'all Twitter? And
Killer
Instagram?
Mike on all social media.
And at The Real LP.
And Run Jules, too. At Run Jules. Is it Run Jules or Run the Jules? Or what?
Run Jules.
Yeah, at Run Jules.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, it was really a pleasure chatting.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you for having us.
I look forward to reading this book, brother.
What up, brother?
See you later, man.
Hyena.
We iller than a nun in a car pack getting double penetrated in a dope spot. By 2 hard pipe hitting niggas on the orders. I'ma sell us to the soundtrack of Tupac. I'll beat you to a pulp, no fiction. Tarantino flow, new Jews and Vincent. Blow marijuana smoke, no instant. Exhale in the face, innocent infant. Also, look what I did, shit. And if I get stopped by a crooked ass cop, I'ma put a bullet in a pig and rent 10. Look what I did again. We the hooligans outside school again, saying don't be a fool, never follow rules again. We the bad boys bully with the fully that the people say ain't shit and they need to be. We the goddamn reason for Ritalin in the back of the class, itching and fidgeting. Dead wrong, we never got along, we laughed at the kids that was active participants. Bad boy walk right past church with the work in the bag and the Bible to get it in. Got spending for bullying a bully, but I go back to class, I'll punch him in the shit again. 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 Punch him in the shit again.
I'm firm with greatness, I'm right to the Vegas. Shit's all paid for, I signed the papers. Used to date, but then I made him my main bitch. Bought us a place and I laid with some acreage. Mike's my neighbor, straight from Grayfield. Any invader gets slayed and stay killed. Sovereign land, Mike fill the safe up. Call when the fam gets paid a great thrill. Bad news, bear hug, beats and creep off. Drive a rape van, mullet Ray-Ban. We do vicious, you do witness. You don't clap shit, use a cricket. Run the days, we don't run so much. It's all fun and games, so my days get scarred. I'm living, human, out of touch with sweatpants to funeral. Lunch to lunch, close the blinds, I got drones and minds are so close to the line, I almost die. Got no goals left but to save my mind. I got more host dog in the earth on mine. The beat get abused like a rock and white beater. Drinker, 5 by the company, Friday, laid on the corner, trying to do taxes. This is my house and it's high on the highway. 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 I'm a thrill killer, I will test you. Just like daddy fucking left you. It's all your fault, mommy's lonely. You're a burden, she needs rescue.
Hey little buddy, where's your mommy? Call me stepdad or Uncle Johnny. Here's $1, don't follow behind me. I gotta go bang out mom and I.
100 lions, tigers, rare vaginas. Hang with the cops, seem scared to find us. Pop stars, beat the bars and rewind us. Fuck your life, but first run the dime. The jungle, the brothers. Can't relate to your first world struggles. You want safety, hugs and cuddles. IEDs leave bloody puddles.
Woke up in Nigeria, kicked out America. Case of malaria, shit got scary. Got left with a gun and the people will terror. Had a note from my dad that said, hope God carry. Fought 1 or 2 wars before I made it to the shores. No, back to the home of a rock and George. I returned as a king like gold of benevolent. Gold break riding on the neck of an elephant.
You're listening to the All Out Show with you. And now, it's time for News from the Chin with John Z. Matthews.
There's this new challenge that the kids are
What's
into.
that you're whispering?
Say what now?
Sorry. For the kids.
The kids are
There you
into
go. Say it like you fucking mean it, man. You're opening the goddamn news.
The kids are out there snorting condoms. It's a condom challenge, and they're putting it online.
I mean, look, I'm full disclosure. We was doing whippets out of the big ass can, nitrous out of the big ass thing, and we ran out of fucking balloons. So I did one out of a condom because I'm a fiend, and that was a little. I felt that my friends thought that was pretty gay, and I was like, "There's got to be a dick in there for it to be gay." Right now, it's just a plastic receptacle to hold my nitrous oxide, but they did shut the party down shortly thereafter. Shout out to Paradigm and Hex Murder.
This is a little different.
Okay, I'm just saying. I'm before I start judging super harshly, I just want to say I have had a condom to my mouth. That being said, I've had every time I fuck, I put the condom to my mouth.
Why?
I spit in that shit.
What?
It lubes it up. It makes it slide a little bit, so it feels like I'm getting some friction.
So wait a minute. On the inside, you?
I will I'll spit in the fucking condom as lube, so that my dick the end of my dick will slide, and it feels like I'm actually in some fucking pussy, or else it just feels like my dick is getting choked out by rubber.
Isn't there a chance to slip out? You got a problem then? Or?
There's been some slip outs.
Yeah, some slippage, I'm sure.
Especially if you're going in, if like you're really going in, and then suddenly it feels like extra good. You're like, this could be a slip out, and then you stroke a little bit more, just in you gotta take full advantage. You're like,
it's too late.
Yeah, you can't unring this bell. Let me just fucking stroke a little more before we fish hook it. Then you do the fucking bunny rabbit ears in, and then pinch it out. I'm like a fucking gyno, bro.
Wow.
I'm good at that shit, son.
But this condom challenge.
All right, show me.
It has the kids. They are snorting the condoms and then pulling it out through their throats, which seems hard to believe.
It's possible. I've seen people do it with chains.
Oh my god.
All right, let's see.
All right, here we go.
So brother.
Yeah. What is
hit pause.
Oh. Okay.
Damn, man.
I can't watch this.
This is really. I mean. Congrats to black people. You guys have come a really long way from being one of the most homophobic races out there to now you are snorting fucking dick receptors up your nose.
What the hell?
I remember in 04 getting in fights over shit like this, and now like fucking the teenagers just doing it on purpose.
They're filming themselves.
Yeah, you're on camera,
Like the whole
looking
world.
like fucking half a fag, throwing a fucking condom up your goddamn nose. All right, keep going. Let's see.
Oh!
All right, he's got the condom halfway up his nose. Where'd it go? He couldn't get it in there?
I don't know why that's making me want to throw up.
Oh, what is it, Jamaican? That's even worse. They extra hate gays.
For some reason, it's just making me throw up.
It making
I'm
me
gonna
throw
try
up.
my right nose and see what happens.
Oh, he's from Britain, bro. He don't count. All right, he's going up his nose. He's snorting it.
By the way, do not try this at home. Last time, if it doesn't work, I'm giving up.
He is at home. He's got it halfway up his nose. Now he's plugging his and snorting. Hit pause. I don't sound all the way gay here, but I think the amount of ketamine I've done, I would be really good at this shit. I'm just saying. Like I'm fucking the snorting motherfucker. Like this guy clearly has not had a fucking drug problem. Like I would outsnort that motherfucker all goddamn day.
Do you think you've hollowed out your nasal cavity a little bit? What?
I've probably done permanent damage to everything inside of me. Let's just be all the way real. All right, keep it going.
There's some other characters in here.
Wait, I just want to see someone do it right. Why are you showing me failures? Oh, he keeps. It's making me want to vomit.
Yeah, my eyes are watering. I just can't.
And
watch
the
this.
guy's got no art on the walls. Depressing ass bedroom. This got like a bottle of fucking, like an empty bottle of fucking wine in the background. What is this? Get it in you. Get it in you. There you go. And he pulled it out. And it's all drooly.
Now he's happy.
All right, the white girl's gonna do it. She's doing it to metal. Yeah, there you go. Get it out. Get it in you. She's snorting it. It's halfway up her fucking nose. There you go. Get it. You got it. This is the dumbest shit. What happened to like just doing that shit where you fucking stab you take a knife and you stab in between your hands like the metal kids used to do. You stab in between your fingers real fast. Whatever happened to that shit?
That's a little more impressive.
Yes, that's like fucking tough guy, hard body challenge. Like metal kids would do it. You'd be like, damn, dude, you're metal as fuck, and they would have like Ozzy on their knuckles.
But you really could hurt yourself here. There's some danger involved. You can get stuck in your throat.
Yep.
Choke.
Die.
Put it in your lung.
Darwin, bro. Fucking kill these motherfuckers. Yo, someone died off of this shit. I would be so fucking happy. We got too many dumb motherfuckers running around here, man. The median IQ is already a little low, so some jerk off kid fucking snorting a condom because it's cool and he chokes. So
this has been around for a while. Supposedly there's some videos traced back to 2007, but for some reason it's coming around again.
Cause everyone's it just shows you how rich all these societies have become. Like we just running out of shit to do. Like they don't have no one even works a part-time job no more. Like this is what happens when you don't have a job. Like this is what happens when teenagers aren't working part-time jobs.
But you were wild as a kid.
Yeah, but I was wild. I was working 3 jobs, selling weed, fucking hoes. Like that was my fucking wild. Like I was working my ass off, grinding on the side, selling tree out of McDonald's, like getting pussy in that bitch. Like that was my wild. Like I was fucking in McDonald's. That's cool. I busted nuts. They're putting condoms in their nose. I was like making money and busting nuts, doing wild shit, or busting out windows and taking people's shit or stuff like that. I don't condone it, but like
it happened.
I'm way cooler than that. And I was like a lame in my neighborhood compared to some of the other guys who are now in prison. But still, that shit, come on, man. Fuck they doing?
Getting clicks, likes.
Man. What happened to just like being smart? Like, wouldn't that be cool just to be smart? Like this like it's too hard. Yeah, wouldn't it be like that'd be awesome, like if just like reading a book and finishing it get you some clicks. Like, hey, just finish Moby Dick. And they got like a gang of likes off of that or something. Hey, did some critical thinking, and then click, 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 click. Liked a bunch of shit. That'd be awesome. Nah, they gotta fucking snort condoms and eat Tide Pods. Oh. I'm not even like, it's not even like old bitter. It's just like, man, what the fuck y'all doing, man? Kids will be kids.
Grindr is in some trouble.
Die.
Grindr, they are now saying they will stop sharing HIV status of the users.
Yo, first,
with other companies.
This shit, first, Cali did this shit. California made it where it was like, you didn't have to share. It stopped being like a fucking felony to tell a motherfucker if you had AIDS or not. Like, if you knowingly, it's one thing you don't know you got AIDS. You're like, damn, I'm getting skinny for no reason or some shit like that. Like, that's one thing. But like, out here, you can knowingly fuck a motherfucker knowing that you got AIDS and not tell them. That's like a law.
Well, this is somewhat different, slightly different.
Yeah, you can go on Grindr and not let motherfuckers. You know what Grindr's for?
Sure, gay sex.
It's for fucking dudes in the asshole. That's what it's for.
Not romance.
Fucking dudes in the asshole. Maybe go over jerk off with each other, whatever. Fucking, like, you know, some gay guys don't like. I got a gay homie that doesn't like butt fucking. He just likes to like lay on top of a naked guy and jerk off on him. Whatever floats your fucking boat. I was asking him. I was like, why even be gay? Like, what's the fucking point? Like, what's the point of being gay? Like, just fucking jerking off on guys. Could you just be straight and do that? Just wouldn't that be? Well, I guess it'd be easier to be gay and do that. Like, it's easier to have gay sex and fucking. No one says no. Like with guys, no one's like, let's just wait.
Always thought about that.
They just it's like they're fucking down, bro. Yeah, if you're a gay, even you.
Game on.
Dress like shit. You could go out into fucking some public park and blow somebody.
On the train, give somebody the eye, boom, it's on.
Yeah, you could be. Yeah, they like I cut through. There's a neighborhood I cut through like, and they got signs like past a certain time of night you're not allowed to drive down there because the gay cruising was so fucking heavy. So like you could dress like shit,
easily
looking like fucking Buddy Holly with AIDS could just stand on the corner and suck a dick.
Lots of dick. It's true. It's absolutely true.
So I don't know, this whole idea of Grindr making it where they're not telling the motherfucker if they got AIDS.
Well, no. See, the thing of it is, within that app, what they do is they give you the option to say, okay, this is my status, this is when I was tested. But what they were doing, they were then sharing that info with these other app developers to test it. So they were giving out. So if you said, yes, I'm HIV positive, suddenly they release that data to these other third parties out there to do research on the app, which is not cool.
All right, so they stopped doing that, but it'll say like if I'm clicking through, it'll have a big ass red X or some shit, so I know that you got AIDS.
Somehow I don't think it looks like that, but
like a big ass fucking red skull and crossbones.
I'm sure it's part of the profile.
Going across the forehead, so I know that I might fuck around and get some AIDS off this motherfucker.
Would you have sexed a lady if she said that she had AIDS?
Fuck no.
Never.
Nah.
All right.
Either one.
Full-blown AIDS. Alex.
I don't care if she got fucking half a HIV. I'm not fucking her ass. I'll fuck a chick if she's bad and has gonorrhea, because, like, you can take a pill for that and then you just don't fuck for 7 days. But that's if it's not dripping or no shit. Like, it's unknown gonorrhea.
How do you... People
like
have gonorrhea.
Some motherfuckers got, like, walking chlamydia. Like, there's been a couple chicks where I fucked and got chlamydia, and I was like, worth it. Worth it. Pussy was that good. She was bad. It was worth it. I was on the bench for 7 days. I had to chill that shit out because the clinic was like, this is when I was poor, and they was just like, yo, hey, bro, you can't keep doing this. You're gonna ruin your urethra.
Yeah.
They said you can get too much scar tissue and that shit's gonna fuck you up. I was like, all right, chill.
So did you heal back to normal? Do you have a normal urethra?
I think so.
Right.
I bust strong nuts.
Nice. Why did I just say nice? Sorry.
Bust a strong nut, bro. Not cool, by the way, Grindr. Yo, if I don't know, I think that having AIDS is pretty common in the gay community. Like they were getting all mad about, like, I remember there was something happened where, like, they needed blood, and then this is when gay people raised the fucking stink about, because, like, if you're a gay dude, they don't want blood from you. They're like, we're good. And so I went and did research, and a quarter of I think, like, over 25, look it up, new AIDS, fucking new people with new HIV.
New HIV. You want me to look that up?
People with new HIV is like
about?
gay men.
Oh, okay.
That's a fucking that is a giant number. Because the amount of gay people is quite small, so, like, it's a disproportionate amount, and it kind of makes sense. Like, they don't want shit from me.
The hookers.
The hookers and the needle You know, I used to shoot up ketamine with needles and shit. So like that was kind of frowned upon, even though I didn't share them or nothing. But like, they're like, "Nah, we're good on you."
All right, so this looks reliable. According to the CDC, gay men 2% of the population, but 67% of all new HIV cases.
I mean, like that's not being discriminatory. That is straight up using statistics to be like, "Hey, bro, we're good on your blood." You make up 2% of the population, yet 67% of the new AIDS cases are coming from you. That's kind of disproportionate. It's enough for me to be like, we're good on your blood.
What about the hooker one though?
Let's not waste time.
If you didn't test positive for it, you know, hooker sex a while ago.
You're right. Hey, you're totally right. Like, I mean, now I haven't had sex with a hooker in fucking years, so I'm AIDS free, so I'm sure I could go in there and get it. But even them, they don't want my fucking blood. They're like, "Nah, we're good." And it sucks because you get free Lorna Doone cookies.
That's true.
Shit's is delicious. Them Lorna Doones, them shortbread jump offs. Fucking love them shits, man. Lorna Doone.
Never heard of that.
Man, you know Lorna Doone.
No, I don't. I honestly never heard that before.
That's because all you eat is fucking sardines and crackers.
And those bars we have here in the office.
Is that where you getting all your sustenance from?
Last week or so.
All right.
Hey,
I ain't mad.
Haven't died yet.
Steal that shit, bro.
It's not stealing. It's here for us.
I know. Well, you never leave the office, so technically you're not leaving. So I'm saying you can just take it on the bus with you, man. Have a couple.
Yeah, tasty.
Your girl don't feed you? She be sitting there eating. She said she gets takeout and doesn't order you shit and just eats it in front of you, doesn't she?
My girl, no, it's a roommate. I'm not gonna take her.
Oh, I forgot. Right. Yeah, you're living with your roommate and the pit bull.
Got that whole
the fucking man.
Fucking pit bull.
You hear him fucking?
Not yet. I hear a lot of puppy whining at night. It's quite a scene.
I bet you your house stinks.
There's urine, there's shit, there's some vomit.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah, dog comes in, and runs all over me. It's not good. But I wear a brave face, and I love these people, and they're great. But
yeah,
I had to get a fucking puppy right when I moved in.
I get a fucking newspaper. I start hitting the shit out of that mother. Like, get the fuck off of me, man.
That dog's gonna get big.
I know, bro. Yo, if he's punking on you as a puppy, imagine what's gonna happen when he gets full blown.
The dog's biting me already.
He's gonna butt fuck you, son.
I know. We're gonna have to figure this out.
You're gonna wake up to a dick in your ass.
Someone's gonna have to lay down the law with this dog.
You have to lay down the law with the fucking dog.
I'm sort of a guest there. I'm not gonna start disciplining the animal, but it's. I mean, it's already has muscles on it.
Bro, you gotta be like, get off me.
It's a beast.
Don't you understand? Can we bring in a dog whisperer to teach this motherfucker how to fucking say no to a fucking pit bull? John, you can't be. John,
I need advice.
Yeah, we'll bring someone in. They'll tell you what to say. You say it on the air. It'll be a good bit. Like, you can't listen. You're gonna get raped by this dog.
And it's. I mean, I can't remember the
Listen
mix.
to you.
Well, I mean, it's kind of
Listen to
frightening. I said this dog's gonna get fucking huge, you guys.
And look at
huge.
it. And it's already fucking you up.
I know.
As a child.
It comes in when I'm sleeping, and it's just suddenly on me. I'm like, oh Jesus, what is going on here?
Yo, bro, it's a certain as dominance.
Oh, I know.
And you're just letting it.
No, I mean, I get up like, get the hell out of here, beat it. But I should be more forceful and do something different because it's not working. Oh man,
I don't know how to do shit like that, but I'd be, yo, man, like if I woke up with a dog, I'd kick the fuck out of that. People like, oh, that's animal. Nah, bro, that dog's trying to rape me, man. Like I'm fucking protecting myself. That's self-defense, bro. I'm get the fuck firing on that motherfucker, bro. Like you can't let no. I don't know how to. I don't maybe like see through the dog whisperer. Be like, don't sock a pit bull. But like, if I wake up and there's a dog trying to fuck me or some shit, like, nah.
This is not my world. I want none of it. And then it's biting my sneakers. It's just fucking terrible.
You already fuck up your shoes as it is. You don't need the dog chewing on them bitches. John, you getting victimized, man.
No, we're just kind of like
nah, bro. And look, you like a battered wife. You coming up with excuses.
I will.
No. I just got too loud with it, and
sort of research.
I overcooked this steak. I deserve to get fucking humped at night. Why don't you shut your door?
Yeah, I have, but it's sort of ajar to let some of the heat in. It's sort of cold in my room.
Get a heater.
I know.
Yo, bro.
To lock that door.
Yo, son.
Yeah, it's not. It's really not good. It's fine. It's fine.
You leaving your door open to get raped by a puppy every night, bro. You fucked up, man. You deserve this shit.
Something's gonna change.
Give me a different story.
All right, so there's this diet that some are doing, and they're calling it this snake diet. And the idea is that you have a meal, but then you starve yourself for a couple days, and so you're eating like a snake.
So, yeah, I was gonna. They say it's good. It's good to fast.
Yeah, but this is just trash. I don't know who's following this guy, Cole Robinson, the
Never
snake
heard of
diet.
him.
Yeah, me neither. But you got to see one of his videos. He's
Let me see this guy.
maniac. But it occurred to me, I'm sort of living this life as it is. But
Look how skinny you are.
yeah, here we go.
Let's see.
Hey, fatty! This is how to start the snake diet for dummies.
What a dick.
Please consult your local doctor before doing anything I say, okay? But the reason you're here in the first place, because your local doctor doesn't know how to create health worth a fuck, they only know how to take it, and they get you fuck all for results. Let's begin. So, step 1 to how you start the snake diet for dummies. Complete a 48-hour fast drinking snake juice.
What is snake juice?
Snake juice! Don't you
Oh, it's just his product. So
Oh,
it
all
has
right. So it's like,
yeah,
okay, his snake
garbage.
juice. All right.
fucking gum, don't take calorie-free sweeteners, nothing, fucking snake juice. This is my food addiction rehab process. We drive your body into fucking ketosis by fasting.
All right.
You're gonna have to buy some of these things called keto sticks. Keto sticks. These are to measure ketones in your urine. I have a YouTube video on these. Check
I want to
it
get
out.
some. I want to see my
Okay? Our goal
ketones.
is
Do not
48 hour
follow this man,
fasting.
I just want to see my ketones.
And drive your body into ketosis. And we need these keto sticks to see where we're at, okay? So you gotta buy these. You
Someone
want them to
get
show
me some
color by
ketones.
the end of the 48-hour fast.
All right.
Number 2, eat low-carb meals. So your very first meal going into this, low carb, low fucking carb. It makes it a lot easier. But after that, if we're fat, we're gonna be eating low carb all the time. The best way to lose weight is to cut fucking carbohydrates.
Oh, you get the idea.
One,
It goes on like this, him shouting at you.
And 2, they make you stash
He's
water.
Canadian too,
3, they
right?
fucking
Yeah,
keep your
he's from
insulin
Alberta.
high.
I've
Cut
never
fucking
seen such an
carbs.
angry Canadian.
What's with all the cursing? I mean, who's gonna? I mean,
He's doing this on purpose. It's a marketing technique. This is marketing, man. He's smart. Hey, fatty. Da da da. Like he's like tough guy. I'm a tough Canadian.
that's. I mean, that's his. That is his catchphrase.
Hey, man.
Look at his Twitter. And with his.
He's only got 466 followers.
Yeah. This is.
Hey, fatty is really big.
Yeah, sure. Hey, fatty. Jackass. But by the way, you shouldn't do this. A doctor here says that it.
How to cure fat pig denial is one of his tweets.
What's that?
One of his tweets, April 1st. How to cure fat pig denial. He is going in.
But it's not safe. The doctor would not recommend this to anyone for even a short-term trial, as it's not based on any clear evidence, nor does it have any clinical evidence that's
He lost
peer-reviewed.
28 pounds in 2.5 months.
Yeah, it's all the meth or something.
I did the same by just working my ass off and not eating. So there you go. I did the snake diet on accident. I didn't realize that shit. It works. Look at me. I look like I got fucking AIDS. Hey. That's the news?
That's it.
Hey, fatty. Let me just hear him yell a little bit more. This fucking champ. He looks like such a douche, too. He's wearing like a fucking muscle t-shirt when I'm
Hey,
smearing.
fatty! This is how to...
Just calm down. He wins the angry, just the angriest dude in Canada. I haven't seen anybody angrier than that guy. He wins, hands down.
Snake diet.
All right, John. Would you be willing to book him and then you argue with him and tell him that he's full of shit?
Sure. I mean, will he be here in the building?
I think he's gonna call up, but you can just. I would love to hear you argue with Snake Diet guy.
I would definitely go into this guy. I think he's stealing from people. All his snake oil and shit. Or his snake juice. His snake juice. Boo.
Book him. He's not busy.
I know.
Book him. He's not busy. Done. That was the news. I can't wait for that. Hey, fatty. I believe you're lying, sir. You can't even stand up to a dog that's fucking you, bro. You're getting fucked by a puppy. This guy's gonna run. He's gonna run roughshod all over your ass.
Oh,
I can't wait to hear that.
Fatty.
Yo, getting punked by a Canadian? Yeesh.
Hey, fatty! This is how to.
And the funny thing is you literally are doing the snake diet
every week. I'm
it
on the
works.
snake diet as we speak.
It works. You skinny.
I guess. I don't know. I'm trying.
That's the irony, bro. You don't eat. You do what he's saying to do, and you're thin. But you don't believe him. So go ahead. Fucking argue with that motherfucker. I can't wait. That's the news.